Greetings, RC Model Geeks, and here we are in the shed yet again for part 6. It is part 6, I think, of the DW Hobby Fokker DR1 build. Bixlerphil's been over and he has painted some white glue over the front section of the fuselage. So while that is drying off, I thought I'd look at something else on the plane, which is the wing upper section that will bolt to the fuselage. And here it is. So this is all the parts that you require for the wing upper centre section. And it consists of 4 of these W20s, here, 2 of these WU22s, 2 of these WU21s, 1 of these WU17s, these parts here, WU19 and WU19, and these 2 parts, WU19-1s. Yes. These 2 tip plates, that is where the cabanes are going to be bolted to. They're WU13. 2 WU14s, which are part of the ribs, WU15s and a WU16. Also, some 6x6 by 245 mil strips of wood. They are cut exactly to length already. Mm-hmm. Don't confuse them with anything else.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's also got a bit of carbon, which is for the leading edge. Yeah, I don't know if I said this bit, but WU18 is like the main sort of spar there. It's going to sit there. And that is all the parts to build this thing. 2 bits missing, 1 bit missing. There's also blind nuts. There's 2 blind nuts that go through these plates.
Right.
Yeah. And it looks like from this that they attach the main wing to that central section. So that is it. So all you've got to do is put all that together and create a wing centre section. Can't be difficult, can it?
No.
No. There's a picture here somewhere of it. Ain't there? Here it is. That's the information you get on how to build it. You can see there's the blind nuts there.
Oh yeah.
And as you can see, it's all covered top and bottom. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, we're going to build that and then come back to you. Okay, so I've dry assembled the main centre section, just the basic parts, the ribs, the spars and the trailing edge, just to make sure that everything fits. Now it should pretty much fit perfectly. If it doesn't, you want to just check that there's not, a bit of crap or something in one of the joints, because if you take a look down here, you can see how tight those joints are, and none of that's been glued yet. And that's the kind of joint you want to get. If you don't get that, you need to look at your parts and see what's going on. Now the first thing you really need to make up is this part, which is for bolting the wing on. So it's using another blind nut there, and it consists of 2 parts, W19 and W19-1. They're glued together and then the blind nut is installed. I've epoxied the blind nut in to give it extra strength. These blind nuts were long again. I've just ground them off so that they sit flush, so they don't protrude above the wood, because basically there's going to be a part here, if I grab hold of it, that is going to slide in and go over like that. So you don't want anything sticking up, otherwise you won't be able to slide the wing on. Now there is in the kit quite a few wooden washers, which I presume, well, some of them aren't numbered and stuff like that, so but I presume they are to go with these blind nuts to space them off to the right height. I've not used them, I've just ground the blind nuts back. If you want to use them, but I didn't really see the need, and it took me 5 seconds to grind one of those off, so that was my choice. The other part I didn't mention that you need, of course, is that carbon tube there. That's cut exactly to length again already. So yeah, it's just a matter of sliding that in for alignment purposes for the moment. So that is the basic structure. There's top and bottom sheeting to go on, which goes down here and down here. And also there's this carbon fibre leading edge, which has got to go on. So I'm going to get gluing and glue these basic parts together. You can do it however you want, in whichever order, as long as the whole thing ends up square. That is the critical thing. So when you're gluing, what I like to do is dry assemble it, and then I'll just run super glue on all the joints, and then once that's dry I'll go over those joints with glue afterwards. So if you want to do it that way, feel free. If you've got another method, use that, but that's my preferred method because it's very quick. So I'm going to get gluing and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so there is the basics of the upper wing centre section, all glued together. So there's a couple of WU21s there and there. There's a couple of WU20s there and there. Now, the sheeting underneath, I actually had to trim it a little bit. It's actually longer. If we measure that there, you can see it's actually longer than it needs to be. So I just had to trim that off slightly. And I also put a slight chamfer, don't know if you can see it there, whether it will focus or not, on the edge so that it butts up with that tube. And then just glued it in, and yeah, perfect. So what I'm going to do now, I've also glued in this this wing tube here as well. The next thing to do is I'm just going to go over all the joints with wood glue, and then I'm going to put the top sheeting on, and then this will be finished. So back soon when I've put the top sheeting on. Okay, well, busy day, and there's going to be not a lot to show for it again. But here is the completed upper wing centre section.
Very nice.
Yeah, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. I'll tell you what.
Strong, innit?
Strong as. There's the end plates. The end plates, which are WU13, obviously go on after you've built your centre section. Otherwise, you can't build it because they're sticking up. So yeah, and then there is the little. You've got a little hole that lines up with the blind nuts,
right?
So you can get a screw in there, and then the outer part of the wings will have this glued into them, and so these will then slide in like that, screw through there, and that will hold the outer panels of the wings on.
Aye.
Along with the tube that comes out here. And that's basically how it works. Obviously, there's 4 metal struts that come down and mount onto the fuselage, which is these kiddies here. Yeah, so they will be screwed onto there and then go down to the fuselage. You get an idea of the height of that because it's got 3 of that. So 1, 2, and the 3rd wing is up there. So that's about, what's that, 2 foot between the 3 wings. So I reckon the whole plane's about 2.5 foot high. Quite big. But yeah, that's how those go on. So it's all pretty easy, and it all looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see I've wood glued all the joints that I can do, and yeah. So that is it. So tomorrow we'll be back on the fuselage, I think. The main reason I did this wing today, the centre section, is I wanted to basically show you what the construction's like and the method, because it's exactly the same for the other wings.
Right.
Yeah, it all uses exactly the same method. So, yeah, it all goes together quite nicely. Plus, now I've got the centre section done, when I do the mounting points for these struts, I can check it's all right.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, I can just bolt this lot together, boom, and check all the mountings and stuff like that. And, you know, if it was happened to be wrong, which I doubt it will be, you know, I can tweak it before I've gone too far with the fuselage.
That's true.
Because there'd be nothing worse than coming to mount this lot and then it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So, you know, we get it right at this point. Right, yeah, I've been talking to DW Hobby, and I'm looking at maybe importing some of these triplanes into the UK. Right, now, if you are interested in one of these triplanes and you don't want to buy it from the Chinese, or you're worried about it or whatever, if you want to buy one of these in the UK, let me know. If I've got enough interest, then I will import a batch of these triplanes into the UK. Obviously, you're, you know, the price is going to be slightly higher than you'd buy it from Banggood, because I'm going to be paying the import duties and stuff like that. But they won't be, you know, overly expensive. And of course, if you buy it from Banggood, you risk having to pay the import duty anyway.
Yeah, it could risk getting
And by the way,
stung.
Banggood haven't got them in stock. Even though they show them, they haven't got any in stock. So, yeah, if you want one of these, and you're in the UK, that is the UK only, let me know. And like I said, if there's enough interest, I will order a batch.
Awesome.
So there you go. And we're also working on some other stuff which will be coming out later, which might be of interest to people as well. Anyway, right, that's it. I'm going to call it a day. Things to do. We might go flying tonight, eh?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Colin's got a new Bixler, so he's going to go and crash that.
Yeah, I'm going to crash. Hey. Yeah, it's a Bixler 2. And
it's Bixler 2, and it'll be in 2 bits later on tonight. We might video it, we might not. If Colin takes his camera, we might do some video. But, you know, at the end of the day, we want you to have some fun. So,
I think we'll probably just
you know,
have some fun.
videoing sometimes precludes having fun.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, see you all tomorrow, part 7, I think it is.
Yes,
tomorrow.
that's right, yeah.
And we'll get on and hopefully nearly finish the fuselage. See you all then.
Cheers, Em.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Captain Rob's RC Model Geeks. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. If you want to see more of the same type of videos, don't forget you can subscribe. If you want to support us, you can use PayPal, paypal.me/RC Model Geeks. If you want to contact us, you can email us rcmodelgeeks@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.